The Public Education Foundation's Pathways to Prosperity program affords Marion County Public Schools seniors the opportunity to job shadow someone in the community to learn more about a career they are interested in. For Wyatt Hunter, this experience helped him get one step closer to achieving his dream.
I've always had a love for cooking. I see how it brings people together. I see how when I make food, my whole family just comes together, sits at the table, and we just share conversations over food. And I've always been a major into math, so I know I can do the financial work on it. And if I can just have a restaurant where I can come in and I can eat great food and I can do the financial part of it and I can just enjoy what I do, that's all that I really want in life.
Yeah, I think it's important that, to me, vocational is huge. And I want to encourage kids that have latched on or they're passionate about a vocation. And then two, I like to see them get real world experience, and so they can see if that is a path that they want to take. You know, they might come shadow me and say, hey, this isn't what I thought it would be. Maybe I might want to rethink my future.
I'm in Culinary 3 at Lake Weir, and every Friday we open Cane's Cafe, and I'm the head chef for that. I'm the grill master. I make all the burgers. I make all the chicken Phillies, everything like that, everything that isn't fried. And after I finish, I go out and I talk to the other students and the teachers that come to eat, and they all just enjoy it. It's a great time. We have music playing, and I do practice. I practice every day. I had to learn the menu. I had to learn how to cook everything. Even if it was I had to grill a piece of chicken and put honey mustard on it. I'm very right-brained. I like math. I like science. I like all the chemicals. I like periodic table. And cooking is essentially science itself. You have to measure things out. You have to do it just right. Put it on the heat. Add the spices that will give it the flavor that you want. And it's essentially just like the science and the math that I love doing, but I can make something beautiful and I can make something that people will love. And it's not just a formula on a table, you put your heart and soul into it.
I want them to get a good snapshot of what a day in the life is of a restaurateur, and this way they can see if that's for them, or maybe something they learned today would keep them from making the same mistake when they go to open up their restaurant. Hopefully they'll click on and go, man, I remember Rondo said about don't do this, and so that's our hope. That's kind of stuff we go over.
I think after I finish college and I have my way of doing it, I know what I want to do, I know how I want to do it, I know how I want to set it up. I think I'm going to leave Florida for a couple years so that I can experience different places and the different types of food they have, and I can learn from people in those areas. And then I think after I had my first restaurant, had my experiences, I do believe I would come back to Florida, possibly to Ocala, and open a restaurant.
Change is in the air at Marion County Public Schools, and the plan for bringing together student records and assignments under the Magnet and School Choice umbrella is one born out of efficiency and convenience.
Basically, if a parent is looking for any sort of student record, birth certificate, shot record, transcript, report cards, anything that would be in their file, they would come here. There are really a couple of reasons. One, parking downtown, as you're aware, is bad at the best. And so we have ample parking here. People can get in, can get to the office easily. Two, it combines several programs into one, so it's like one-stop shopping. Instead of going to one office for student assignments and records, you go somewhere else for magnet schools or choice schools, now you can go to one place. The other thing is it facilitates communications within the department. Right now, the way it had been working is information comes here, then it goes to another department, to another, comes back. It was very inefficient. It would take several days. The way we do it now, information can come here, and all the people we have to talk to are all in this immediate area. We can just go into the next door, resolve whatever the issue is, and get back to parents right away. So instead of waiting 5 days, now they can get an answer in a day. Magnet schools is another piece of that. In the past, magnet schools would go to the magnet school, or would come here. it was hard on parents. We're trying to make it easier on parents. So now you come here and you say, well, I want to go to Dr. N.H. Jones. Okay, fill out the form. Soon that form will be online for everything. So they can fill it out on form and submit it to us. And then we'll come up with a determination and get back to them. Or they can say, well, I want to go down and talk to somebody. So they can come here, fill out the application, sit down and talk, and we can say, well, no, you wouldn't qualify for this. However, here's another opportunity. You could try that. So it's all with the parent and child in mind. Let's make it more user-friendly. Let's make it easier to get to. Let's make it so you can get everything taken care of in one place. We are located at 1614 Southeast Fort King Street. It's in the old Forest campus, now MTI. If they drive up to the front of the campus, it's the front main office area. Soon it will say magnet and school choice. So they would go into that office and they'll find us there. Or they can call us at 671-7750. 671-7750. So they can call or visit us at 1614 Southeast Fort King Street.
HIPPY stands for Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters. So in the HIPPY program, you as a parent are assigned to a home visitor. A home visitor will visit your home once a week and bring you curriculum that is developmentally appropriate for your child. You and the home visitor, the parent and the home visitor, or it might be a grandparent and the home visitor, sit down and actually do a shortened version of the week's worth of curriculum. Then the following week, the parent or the grandparent or a guardian would do those activities with their children. So we are supporting the fact that parents are the children's first and best teacher. We're supporting them with materials and information that helps them in the home with their children. Part of our program is also that we have group meetings. Because if you have a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old at home, you might not be able to get out and socialize with other parents or other children. So today we're at the splash pad. Kids are having fun. It's hot outside. So some things that they're working on over there without even knowing it is their gross motor, like I talked about before, learning how to control their bodies in space. They're also working on socialization skills because there's a lot of children over there. They're working on math skills because they'll be filling buckets and dumping buckets. They're working in the science area because they're learning how water actually works and how water is volume in a cup. So they're even working on things like that. Starting at age 3, those are some things that we want parents to do just at home. They're learning lots, and you really, kids don't even know they're learning stuff.
Well, I was in the Healthy Start program, and I was going through that, and I had all my other, 3 kids. I had it for the last kid, and they said the HIPPY program's like a free school that they provide, and they do the books and everything else. And at the time, I didn't really have transportation. I didn't drive or anything, so I couldn't take him to daycare or pre-K or Head Start or anything like that for him to socialize or get any schooling or anything. And then teaching him his ABCs and stuff, I would always go over it with him, but it wouldn't click. He would just kind of look at me, smile, and play. But when we started HIPPY, it was like we had a routine. It was school. It was exciting for him. Every day we do a different lesson. He'd want to get up there and learn, and he asked me, "What are we doing today, Mama?" And we'd read our books, we'd do our activities, our math, numbers, and it was just it clicked for him.
When they enter the HIPPY program, we do a real short screening, 5 to 10 minutes, and that allows the home visitor to know exactly where their child should be placed in order to begin the program. If you are in the program for 3 years, you have up to 90 weeks worth of in-home instruction for your children. We start children at the age of 3, so you enter at 3. So it's a typical succession of the program would be year 3, year 4, year 5.
We just finished our first year last week. We started our second year this week. We started early because we never missed any days or anything. So we finished early. That was pretty cool. But like from the start, he didn't know his ABCs. He didn't know how to count, didn't know his shapes, any of that. And over the past year, he can tell you all his shapes from circles to trapezoids, diamonds, hearts, all of them. His colors, at one point I thought he was colorblind. I really did, because I'd go over the colors over him and he'd always tell me they were the opposite. Now he can tell you his red, his blue, yellow, green, all of them, no problem. And his numbers, he can count to 20. At 3, I think that's pretty good.
We've been in Marion County approximately 15 years with the HIPPY program. The HIPPY program was actually started in 1969 in Israel, and then Hillary Clinton was one that brought it to America. She saw it there and thought it was a fantastic program for preschool children and their parents. So we have been operating in Marion County approximately 15 years. We started with 2 or 3 home visitors, then we moved to 5 or 6 home visitors, and now we are at 10 home visitors, which means we serve approximately 250 to 300 children each school year.
I would say it's a great idea. I really appreciate it. It's something that I would tell all parents to try. I mean, because you don't have to go anywhere, and it's 1 day a week that the teacher comes and does lessons with you. It takes an hour, sometimes 2, you know, depending on how quick you get it or whatever, but it's beneficial for your kid and they learn so much.